Hello, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's video is going to be my ride or die brushes. So these are my absolute favorite brushes that I use every single day. The majority of them are actually fairly affordable. I do have a couple more expensive ones thrown in, but if you want to see which brushes I adore, I would 110% recommend. Okay, so first let's start off with eyeshadow brushes. So my favorite eyeshadow brushes are a combination of Wet n Wild and Morphe. So these Wet n Wild brushes are very inexpensive. So this right here is just the crease blending brush. I adore this. This is so good for blending out shadow, and I find that it's good for getting in like close on the crease for blowing things out. This just does an amazing job, and this is such a good blending brush for maybe $2 or $3. The other Wet n Wild brush that I adore for my eyeshadow, this right here is just their flat eyeshadow brush, and this I just use to put the shade that I'm going to be setting my lid with just all over my eye. This is a great quality brush. Their brushes are very soft, easy to clean. Okay, next from Morphe, this right here is the Morphe M519. This right here is more of a tapered pointed brush, and I like to take the deeper shades that I'm going to be using, that I'm going to put like right here in the outer corner, and I just like take it and go like that. It's really good for blending out shadow on both sides. I do really like it. This right here is the Morphe M167. I love this for shimmery shades. I like to wet this with Fix Plus. It does such a good job of picking up so many different shimmery shades. Even the shades from my palette, which supposedly you can only use with your fingers. This with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, I feel like will pick up anything. It distributes the shimmers beautifully. Next, I have this little one. This right here is the Morphe E36, and you can see how little this guy is. I really like to take this and just pop shadow onto my inner corner. It is the perfect size. It's still a little bit fluffy, so it does kind of disperse the product evenly, and I can also sometimes use it as underneath the brow bone highlight. I do really like this brush. And then finally, my favorite brush ever. This is the Morphe M432. So I don't like to wear eyeliner. I actually like to take eyeshadow, black, brown, or any other color, and just stamp it along the inside of my eyes when I am wearing eyeshadow. This brush is amazing for that. It's also really good for blending out under the lower lash line, and this brush is so soft but still very dense. It picks up product perfectly for the application. These Morphe brushes are only a couple dollars. I will go ahead and link them down below. Most of these you can get at Ulta. The Wet n Wild brushes you can pick up at, I think CVS has them, Walgreens, Ulta may even have them now. Next, let's talk about my face brushes. So a couple of these are a little more on the expensive side. Let's talk about the more affordable ones first. So this right here is the Real Techniques. I don't know what brush this is, but this is, I don't know what the actual name of it is, but it's a tapered blush brush. I love this. It disperses product so well. It's so soft. It really gives every blush such a nice blended look, and it feels so good on the face. 110% recommend this. Real Techniques powder blush. I love to use this to just stamp powder all over my face. This is a gorgeous brush, very soft, very large. I feel like you could also use this for bronzer if you liked a really large bronzer brush, but this brush is amazing. Real Techniques has great, so let's talk about some more expensive brushes. So this right here is my Too Faced Mr. Right. This thing is beat up. Mr. Right is starting to wear off. Too Faced is starting to wear off. He used to have a little bow tie on him, but this right here is the perfect bronzer brush, especially if I want to kind of bring it up onto my cheeks. I like to put bronzer down here, and I'll also put it on my forehead. I adore this brush. I've had this for so long. It's still just as soft. It's the perfect shape for bronzer. Like I said, you could also probably get away with using it for blush, but for me personally, this is my ride or die bronzer brush. Next, I have this brush from Real Techniques. This right here is just a giant powder brush again, and what I like to do with this guy, you can see how large this is. It's very soft. After I get done putting on my blush, bronzer, highlight, I like to just go over and kind of buff everything in just all around my face to make sure that nothing looks too crazy, that maybe if I got a little heavy-handed with the blush or the bronzer or the highlight, I can just kind of buff it out, and this just makes everything blend together so beautifully. It's so soft. This brush is huge. And finally, my fan brush from Real Techniques. So I use this for highlighting. I love the way that this picks up highlighter. It does a great job of dispersing it. I really like to put highlighter here, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and then right there on my cupid's bow. This brush is so soft. It's so wonderful. I've had it for so long. Again, this is from It Cosmetics. Those are all of my favorite brushes. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more content from me in the future, please go ahead and subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. And I will see you next time. Bye.